Listen, one resolution he didn't say that we were all hoping for maybe was that we would secure our border, right? Didn't we kind of expect him maybe to say that was going to be his resolution? Maybe not. Well, in either case, whether it's his resolution or not, the truth is this month, December of this year, more than 300,000 migrants have crossed our border. That is a record and a threshold we've never touched before. That puts us at 785,000 more than our fiscal year to date. So that's just back to October 1. So that's just over the last 3 months. So that's where we are with our open border that those in the White House would have you believe is somehow secure.
Well, I don't think it was going to be his New Year's resolution because this is entirely intentional. This is as planned. The only problem is he doesn't want us to see those numbers and draw attention to it. Frankly, if you're not watching Fox News, you're not likely to see those numbers. They just don't talk about it on the other networks.
And that's such an important point. But for the great reporting for Bill Malusian, I spent a lot of time in Eagle
Griff
Pass
Jenkins,
and others, in our drone team, Fox's drone flight team, that were there, lonely, when even there wasn't a reporter there, showing the numbers coming across, so much so that CNN, MSNBC now cover this headline. In the last hour and a half, I got a call from my CBP source that puts these numbers out, that there are now more than 302,000 migrant encounters, a number never thought imaginable at our border. Just in 2021 of December, it was 74,000. Now it's over 300,000. And I got to tell you, in all honesty, when I heard a little before Christmas, December 21st, Karine Jean-Pierre stand at the White House podium and say this, my jaw dropped. Watch.
And what we're seeing here at the border, the migration flow, increased migration flow, certainly it ebbs and flows. And we're at a time of the year where we're seeing more at the border. And it's not unusual.
Not unusual. She is at best oblivious to what is happening,
She's not oblivious.
Which is the worst humanitarian crisis in the national security crisis. Or she is lying, and not just lying, intentionally lying to paint a narrative that is anything but the truth when you have the humanitarian and national security threat risk happening every single day at that border.
I think it's interesting you brought up the drones because if you recall, and maybe a lot of our viewers can remember back, when I first realized that Fox was using drones to, see what was going on was over the bridge where all the Haitians had gathered. Yeah. And Pete Buttigieg, who we're going to talk about a little bit later in the show with Congressman Van Orden, Pete Buttigieg tried to stop the Fox drones, correct?
Yeah, they did. They don't want you to see. Did not want you to see that. And now, even still to this day, we don't have unfettered access to the border, but for the drone, we're able to show you. And what you're looking at is,
look at that,
is more than 150 countries from Eagle Pass, Texas, all the way out west to Lukeville, Arizona. 1,000 miles separate these two areas, both areas where the Border Patrol agents here. In Eagle Pass, they average 3,000 a day now. They have no more than 20 to 40 agents on shift. It's 100 to 1, 200 to 1 outnumbered. And yet you're hearing Congress is about to come back. They're fighting over funding. We've got to have funding for Ukraine and funding for the border. But what I'm watching, and this is the last point I'll make, but I'm watching very closely, is what they'll do. Will they change policy in their border reform?
No.
Or will they just allocate more money, which is going to add 10, 20 more agents per sector to do more transporting and processing? Yeah. Because when you occupy all of the agents' time transporting and processing, it leaves hundreds of miles of wide open border for the cartels to exploit.
Yeah, and that's the problem is there's two terms here we kind of conflate that are two different things. There's border crossers and border jumpers. Now, border jumping is basically entering illegal and not being interdicted in any way. You jump the border, you get here. No, you never are in any kind of entanglement with law enforcement in any way. You make your way into the country. We want to call those known gotaways. I hate that term because at best, known gotaways simply describes the amount of people we saw on a camera or felt on a sensor. It doesn't describe the amount of people that were never detected. So what are the unknown gotaways?
Yeah,
how many people get through the border and what are they doing? Even if it's less people, are those the ones that are bringing drugs and terrorists across the border? Yeah. We don't know because we don't have an opportunity to know because we don't have the resources to know. You know what might have helped? That would have been, I don't know, maybe a sturdy wall that we literally pay to sit in a scrap heap right now.
You know,
Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. That would have been a lot more affordable. We're spending more just in this city alone to take care of illegal immigrants than the cost of the wall. I think what we don't talk enough about, because we look at these images and we see these numbers that come from Griff and others to our network, and it's just so mind-boggling. I don't think we spend enough time talking about, Brian Bremberg talked about the taxes, but what are the other consequences on the American people? How does this directly affect your life into the future? And I believe that this invasion, and there's no way you can call something that you're seeing right there anything other than an invasion. What are the long-term consequences on your taxes, on the American budget, but more importantly, even just on the culture? Because none of these people are going to be assimilated in a way that we're familiar with. I can say that as the daughter of a legal immigrant. So how does that impact our country as a whole? We have not even begun to unpack that.
I'm Steve Ducey.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.